Coach, what's Peyton Lewis been able to do here the last couple of weeks to be able to get on the field and get some early minutes in some pretty close games?
He's done a really good job in his preparation in terms of going out and attacking practice. We got competition every day in practice, and he's done a really good job of maximizing his reps that he's gotten in practice. And in the same situation, when he gets in the game, he's maximizing his opportunities too, and the confidence is growing the more and more he gets out there, and you can see that he's playing right now.
Brent, then Austin.
Two questions. One, how impressed are you just overall with Dylan's just mental and physical toughness? And two, when you have someone playing like that, how hard is it to play more than two backs in a game?
Been very impressed with him, number one, the stamina that he's been able to produce, especially in the stretch that we've been going on after the bye week. The mental part of it, you see that in the classroom. The physical part of it, that's why he attacked the weight room the way that he did this summer in terms of building his body up. And you see the durability now in terms of being up there and be able to take multiple carries in the series and in the game. The thing about it too is, once he gets hot, it's kind of hard to pull him off. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, understanding that he has to take some, series off and that type there to keep his legs fresh so we ain't sitting here wearing him out. So.
He's had 3 straight games where he's had a fumble, which I know you can tell it's just eating at him.
Yep.
Hands on the football, then just kind of a perfect hit and knocked out. How do you coach that from a standpoint of trying to keep him confident and not let him get down? Because we know he doesn't want to do that.
Yep. The number one deal is understanding when you drained it enough. A lot of times you go back through and you look at the tape, like a lot of those is he's fighting for those extra yards, he still keep trying to churn, and guys are sitting in that club and they're trying to pull the ball out. So understanding, when you drain it out enough, it's time to go down. So that they can't get those shots on the ball. And it comes down to our ball mechanics too, like we practice every day. Just make sure when we're in the power on-ball football, do a really good job having the pass over and continue to keep it protected.
Coach, you talked about Peyton's growth these past few weeks, and you've seen play more and more.
Mm-hmm.
How much you talked about going on the road now in this kind of environment, especially as it relates to pass pro?
Yeah, the number one deal is the focus portion of it. Doing your job, not letting the crowd affect you. Understand that I gotta be locked in on what my assignment is on this play, understanding what the physicality, especially in this league, is gonna be like on the road in terms of how I gotta go in there and attack, how I gotta go in there and fit. And those are things that he's done a good job of up until this point, but just understanding, don't let that become bigger than what it is. Just concentrate on doing your job and then you'll be okay.
Casey, then Brent.
After the game on Saturday, Squirrel White described Sampson as a soldier. Just when you have a guy on the field like that, that's kind of motivating everyone else. How important is that to hold together an offense, especially in the second half without Nico on Saturday?
I think he's huge. Everybody sit here and, number one, they look at Sampson as the leader. Not only as the offense, but as a team leader as well. And then, when he gets hot, the whole team rallies up. When he makes a big run, the whole entire sideline becomes energized. So, he's a spark plug, for the whole entire unit for us on offense. And I think, sometimes when you need that little uplifting, it's not just him on the field in terms of playing, but it's also on the sideline too. Being able to go uplift his teammates when things are kind of, in a little rut right now. And sometimes teammates may be trying to make a play, sometimes they're pushing a lot. He's always there to calm them down. So I think holistically, he does a really good job of being that for the team.
Where's Cam Selden in terms of development and kind of what do you envision his role here down the stretch?
I think with him, he's growing every day. I think that's the number one deal. He had his setbacks early, in kind of in the season. But I think with him, his development is good. And you see him getting comfortable again. You see him getting in the games right now. When he's getting comfortable, he's maximizing his reps that he's getting right now. We're going to need everybody in that room, as the season continues to progress and kind of roll along. So the number one deal is continue to keep attacking this deal one day at a time and then seeing how your growth progresses throughout the games.
Rick in the back.
Hey, Coach, going in, I heard the crowd noise there in practice. Talk about the mindset going into an environment like that, especially from an offensive standpoint.
I think number one is the focus portion of it. Making sure that you're being able to get locked in, attention to detail, make sure I'm focusing on doing my job. And you can't make it bigger than what it is. It's the same situation when we're playing at home. Our home field advantage in terms of our crowd is really, really good. So when you go on the road, you kind of expect that same situation. So we sit up here and we make sure we're doing a really good job from a preparation standpoint, but also when it gets into the hay of it, man, make sure I'm locked in on doing my job, and then I can focus in one play at a time.
Paige.
You mentioned Sampson being able to, I guess, kind of sense when he's gotten those yards that he could out of that
Mhm.
play. Do you think maybe he's continuing to fight for more yards because of how he's involved in that area of the game, being able to break through that first point?
I do. I think it's a habit portion now, you know, that we always talk about as a program going past +2. And I think he's doing a really good job of finishing off his run. So a lot of times, when that's already ingrained in you, it's kind of hard to understand you know, in this certain situation, I've drained it out enough, let me go ahead and get down so that I don't put the ball in jeopardy.
All right, thank you. We got, Coach